Hey everyone, welcome to another Explorer and Pioneer video here on Magic Arena. Hit that subscribe button if you haven't already. Appreciate the support. I'm hoping we can get to 2,500 subscribers before the end of the month, and if you haven't subscribed yet, then hopefully I can earn your subscription with this video. So this is a Pioneer deck that did pretty well on a recent Pioneer challenge, went 5-0, and it's using the new Shiko, Paragon of the Way card, which is the Jeskai legendary Spirit Dragon, so 2 and Jeskai mana for a 4-5 with Flying and Vigilance. When it enters, exile target non-land permanent with mana value 3 or less from your graveyard, copy it, then you may cast the copy without paying its mana cost. And we are using this to kind of cheekily interact with Volki, God of Lies, because the way this card works, being the kind of two-sided card that it is, when Volki is in the graveyard, if you target it with Shiko's ETB effect, you can cast the Tibalt side of it for free. So you can essentially get a 7-mana Planeswalker for free, kind of circumventing the usual mana restriction that Shiko has. So we've kind of done this before in kind of ways of cheating Tibalt into play, and we do have that other interaction in the deck as well. Jeskai Reawakened. Jeskai Reawakened? God, that was a Freudian slip. Jace Reawakened, which does a similar kind of thing by plotting the card with mana value 3 or less, but once it's plotted, you can cast either side of it. So we do have various ways of cheating Tibalt into play, and that's kind of the idea behind the deck, and that's why it kind of did as well as it did. So yeah, it's that kind of Volki Tibalt combo that continues to kind of cause problems, and new cards to interact with it keep appearing in the format as well. So yeah, that's what we'll be trying today. And then just quickly running through the rest of the deck. So we have some Hand Disruption down at the bottom end of the curve with Thoughtseize and Duress, and then Fatal Push as well. Not surprising that a deck running black, we're running all of these cards. Then we got some more interaction with 2 copies of Shieldred's Edict and 2 Vanishing Verses. Then an interesting creature package, which I'll talk through now. So we've got Lazav Wearer of Faces, which is a 2/3 blue-black. For blue-black, when it attacks, exile target card from a graveyard, then investigate, and whenever you sacrifice a clue, you can have this become a copy of a creature card exiled with it until end of turn. So we can copy our various creatures to kind of get the value that we want off them. Then we are running 4 copies of Nashi Searcher in the Dark, which I don't think is a card we've used before, but is good in a deck like this that's running so many legendary creatures. 2/2 with Menace. Whenever it deals combat damage to a player, you mill that many cards. You may put any number of legendary and or enchantment cards from among them into your hand. If you put no cards into your hand this way, put +1/+1 counter on it. So often in this deck, this will be deal damage to the opponent, draw 1 or 2 cards, which is pretty darn good. And even if you don't, then you still get a little bit of value off it by adding the counter. Then we've got Rafine, Scheming Seer. So this is a pretty good way of getting Valki into the graveyard, using its whenever you attack, you connive. Target attacking creature gets connive X, rather, which is a pretty good interaction with this deck. And also fits the theme of kind of legendary creatures and the right colours. And also with Nashi, we can pick up one of the 4 copies of Unholy Annex. So we are running this as well. You've seen this before in the Rakdos Demons deck, a good source of card advantage. Again, I mean, Rafine is actually a demon, so in that sense, it's a pretty neat little interaction that we are running a fair number of demons in the deck. And obviously, you can also make the demon by unlocking the Ritual Chamber. Then in terms of the mana base, so it's a little bit complex just because this is, I mean, it's primarily blue-black, but it is playing white and red as well. So a fair amount of white and then a little bit of red. So I don't know what you call that. Red Esper, but fiery Esper, sexy Esper. I don't know. Call it what you like. Some form of 4-color. Anyway, so we do have kind of the Esper lands are broadly as you'd expect to find them, but we are also running 4 copies of Mana Confluence to allow us to hit all 4 of those colours as and when we need them, and then 4 copies of Plaza of Heroes, which is a rainbow land for any legendary creature or of any colour of legendary creature that we have on the battlefield. Legendary permanent, rather, so that does include Planeswalkers, I should say. So yeah, it's a pretty interesting mana base. And then being a kind of Legends Matter deck, we are also running one each of the Kamigawa legendary lands relevant to our main colours, so one Iganjo, one Otawara, and one Takenuma, and then just one Swamp as well, because we are base black more than anything else, so that's our basic land. In the sideboard, so we got a Cut Down, just another cheap early removal spell, Doorkeeper Thrall, which is to shut down our ETBs of artifacts and creatures. Obviously, that's a bit of a non-bow with Shiko, so we do want to bear that in mind if we are looking to bring that in. Sheltered by Ghosts, good removal spell with lifelink and ward attached to it. Negate as our counter spells. Then we do have some Damping Spheres for shutting down those decks which are trying to generate a lot of mana or play lots and lots of spells in one turn. Ashiok is our graveyard hate of choice, as well as shutting down the ability of opponents to search their library. We're using this as our graveyard hate just because it is also a legendary card. And 2 copies of Extinction Event. Often in this deck we may have a Rafine or a Shiko flying around, and the Extinction Event hitting even mana value creatures can be pretty good. So yeah, I'm interested to see how this does. As I say, it's a kind of relatively new list that's kind of appeared from a MTGO challenge. Someone spotted the fun little interaction between Shiko and Tibalt, and yeah, so we'll see if we can make that work on Arena. The cards are all the same. It's we've got a full direct read across from the Pioneer version to this Explorer version. So yeah, this will be interesting. So thank you very much for watching, and yeah, let's take this onto the ladder. Ooh dear, I mean, this hand is very painful on the mana. I think it is a keep, though. Hello. So, I'll open with a Thoughtseize. Oh well, okay. So the opponent's running one of those endless basic land decks. I think I'll get Nashi down here. We are already on 14 life, thanks to our own cards. The opponent's not running the kind of deck that worries me hugely in that sense. Bone Crusher Giant, that's pretty good. It's a good draw. Okay, so I could play Rafine, or I could just do hand and... yeah, let's Duress. Okay, take their Escape to the Wilds, pass the turn. I am going to go to 10 to kill this Bone Crusher Giant, but I think it's probably worth it. Okay, they got nothing. So let's get Rafine down. As I continue to take quite an absurd amount of damage from my own lands. 3 mana Confluence is where sadness lives. I mean, we're building up to just casting Tibalt off our own bat here, so let's just... am I going to play the Duress? They almost certainly just have a land in their hand. No, okay. Well, we didn't get to do the thing, but we had enough hand disruption that it didn't matter. So the opponent's on like a 4-colour, 5-colour, 4-colour adventures deck. So, how am I sideboarding against adventures? I probably want Sheltered by Ghosts. And a Cut Down. And then, in terms of cuts, Duress is probably pretty mid, actually. Vanishing Verse is reasonable. Shieldred's Edict is probably not the best removal spell, so we'll take that out. Do I want Doorkeeper Thrall? does stop their innkeepers as much as it is a bit of a nombo with Shiko. Yeah, let's put in the Thrall. Trim a couple of Shikos, and let's go back to the old-fashioned combo of Jace and Valki, if we are going to cheat that into play. Potentially do it that way instead. Yep, this is an okay hand. 1, 2, 3. Take the Lucky Clover. Just hope to strand them on mana. It's all very interesting, isn't it? So I'll get Nashi into play. We'll start hopefully getting some card advantage off this. No green mana for the opponent's pretty unfortunate. Okay, I don't mind milling 2 lands off the top. So get Rafine down. If they do draw green, they can immediately play Omnath, which is... Yep, there we are. Which is never a bad card. Yeah, thanks for coming. So let's attack with both. Yeah, I could have done like 5 things with Nashi, but it seems a little excessive at this point. Do you know what? I don't think I need that. Let's just grow Nashi again. Hold up Doorkeeper Thrall. So they're going to get the life trigger off Omnath. But hopefully that might be it, which is kind of okay. No, okay, they're also going to get the mana trigger off it. So they're going to be trying to do lots of things. Sure thing. Okay. So we'll get Thrall down. Cut down doesn't really have any good targets. Lazov is just okay. Am I willing to offer the trade with my Nashi with their Omnath? And then maybe take the other Omnath from their hand with Valki? Yeah, that doesn't seem terrible, actually. Well, we're not really offering the trade at all here, are we? Because we're just going to grow our... Okay, another Thoughtseize is pretty good. So let's ditch Watery Grave, Lazov, and Cut Down. This will grow Nashi into a 6/6. No blocks, huh? Well, I've got the thing. I may as well do the thing. Just whether doing the thing is enough. So they've got Omnath. I think I should take their Escape to the Wilds here. Yeah. Right, we'll play Jace. We'll plot one of our Valkyries. And then we'll play the other one. just as a blocker. Just in case. They go to 10. That's pretty good. So they can add another 4 mana, which lets them hard cast the other Beanstalk Giant. And the Edge Wall. Yep, draw a card. I still think we're pretty far ahead here because we've got Tibalt coming down. So I'll chump block with Valki. Can just soak up 8 damage here. Oh, let's plus with Jace. Now we'll get Tibalt into play. So I could steal that Omnath, but they'll just play another one. So maybe I'm looking to just nick their Beanstalk Giant here. Yeah, let's exile that. And then we've actually just got lethal because they can't block any of our creatures. And we'll target Nashi. Yep. Great. We kind of did the thing. Not in the way that we wanted, but we did the thing. We've done the thing. I'm pleased we've done the thing. Yep, this is a pretty good hand. Still not drawing the thing. I want to be... At some point I will do what this deck is intended to do. Okay, there's Jace. Obviously can't cast it for a little while. That's fine. Ooh, Unholy Annex. Well, I see your Unholy Annex, and I raise you one of my own. Fortunately, I do have Jace into Tibalt next turn. Okay, well, we're going to have to be quick about that, because we can't, almost literally can't do anything else, so... Let's do that. So I will put down a Swamp, just in case I draw something like removal. Rafine is not that. Do they attack Jace? No, I didn't think they would. Actually, probably quite helpful. Plotting it makes me very sus that they have a removal spell for what we're trying to do here. But I think we've got to go for it. Or a counter spell, rather. Yep. Can't do anything about that. If I open the Ritual Chamber, I'm almost certainly dead, because they'll just kill the demon. so I think I should pass with Osawara available. That's fine, I don't care if they take any of these cards by themselves. Send that back to their hand. So they can cast it again. Then get me down to 2, which I don't love. No, Spawn of Mayhem instead. Fine. If all I'm going to do is draw land, then of course I'm not going to get very far. So we'll get Nashi down, we'll get Rafine down, that'll keep us alive for a turn. Okay, so that wasn't very fortunate, but I think we know what we kind of got a little unlucky there. So we'll put in Negate, we'll put in Sheltered by Ghosts. Take out Fatal Push. And Lizov. And run it back. Jeez. I mean, this kind of has the thing, but it doesn't have anything else. I think we're relying on just drawing into something else. If we need to turn to Valky, we can. Okay. Interesting. I think that's probably what we should do now that we've lost Shiko. Let's take their Unstoppable Slasher. Don't need that in my life. I can slow roll this, I think. Force them to pull the trigger on the Borrower, or counter my Thoughtseize. Yep. It's an interesting little back and forth we've got going on here. I'm just going to play Rafine, I think. So they can bounce my Valky and play their Slasher, but I will then just Sheltered by Ghosts it. Yep. To be honest, having Valky back in my hand for potentially Tibalting is not the worst thing. like Brazen Borrower lines up very poorly against Rafine. Yep. Because of the Ward 1, they have a Fatal Push. Doesn't help them. So I'll play Plaza. I'll take away their Slasher. Draw a card. Ooh, Nashi's pretty good. So we'll ditch Urborg. Play Nashi. And I'm kind of like, it's a bit of a tension here as to whether I discard this or just hold on to it at the moment. Ooh, interesting. Right, well, let's start by attacking with Nashi, and we can connive with it. Ditch duplicate Rafine. Hit them for 3. Let's see what we mill. Nothing of note. So I could annex and hold Valki. Or I could just stick the Ritual Chamber into play. Yeah, I quite like that, to be honest. Just present the most amount of threats possible. And then they need a lot of answers. Yeah, I'm not going to block. I've got a lot of life. They do not. Okay, Ritual Chamber of their own is fine. Yeah, this is lethal, isn't it? Because I can just make them sack a token. And then attack with all. Cool. Still haven't done the thing. But that was good. I enjoyed that. So I probably want a couple of Fatal Pushes now for their... I mean, it can be an answer to Archfiend if we lose a creature and does kill their Annex demons. What can I trim? A couple of... yeah, let's trim a couple of Nashis on the draw and go for it again. Yeah, this sounds a little unfortunate in terms of the mana mix. So is this... Oh god, can I even keep this? I think I've kind of got to. Am I going to go to 5? I don't think I can. Let's put back Duress, because I'm not casting it. Yep, well, they can take whatever they want out of my hand here. Well, the Thoughtseize bug there was actually quite annoying, because I did not want another Annex. Okay, well that allows me to cast Nashi at least, so let's see if they have an immediate answer to that. No, they don't. Okay, if this survives, then we've potentially got something we got some game. So we can then... Unstoppable Slasher is a little unfortunate. But Nashi's not blocking at any point, so let's just see what we draw. Darn, could have done with that. which case I think I am just playing Annex and hoping for the best. Okay, Sheltered by Ghosts is good if they don't have an answer for Nashi. So I'm going to go to 7. Okay, so I could Sheltered by Ghosts, the Slasher. Then I can go to 11. See what I draw. Yeah, let's do that. I go to 11. Okay, let's take Jace. So I could plot. So I play this, plot go to 10, go to 8. It's pretty dicey with my life total, but I think I've got to try and make it work here. Not really sure I'm doing anything else, so let's plot Valky. So I go to 7. They could hit me down to 3 with the spawn. Oh, I'll just die. I'll just die, shall I? Okay, fine. Well, I was going to lose whatever, I think, in that situation. It's disappointing. Again, this is slightly awkward with the mana. What's the opponent? The opponent's a Yorion deck. Yeah, I think 2 Nashis makes this playable. Again, not being able to turn 1 Duress is a little annoying. Okay, now I can turn 1 Duress. Okay, the opponent's on a token deck, so I'll just take Elspeth, take their payoff card. Let's get Nashi into play, start doing our thing. They do have an Enduring Innocence, however, which is always a good card. Okay, let's go Nashi attacking. Take Takanuma back. Could just play a land and pass while they do more setup. That's fine. Or I could play Valky. Don't think I need to. I've got Iganjo if they... Trouble is, Iganjo lines up so poorly with Enduring Innocence. I might kill it anyway, just because I've got a lot of land. Okay, they're going to ossify my... Well, maybe they're not. Oh no, because Plaza doesn't let me cast channel effects. That's... Yeah, that was worth paying attention to. Perilous Snare, sure thing. Okay, well, let's get Nashi number 2 into play. Follow it up with Thoughtseize. Okay, they've just got lands, that's useful to know. Play Confluence. Don't really have anything good in my hand to recur with Shiko at this point. Okay, you may have your 2 life. Super annoying. Okay, I think what we're going to have to do here is get Shiko down, replay Thoughtseize, just to hit their Yorion, which I think is fine. I'm not going to attack. I mean, I'm close to hard casting Tibalt, so... Yeah, Lost is quite annoying, but is not a creature, I suppose. And they're not on max speed yet, so... Okay. I've only got one basic in my deck. Let's see if they realise that. And they have, so... I'm going to be down a mana, unfortunately. Oh no, failed to find. Right, well, let's start growing Nashi. Don't actually want Lazav. Don't want to stop this, then I'm going to have to block with both of their tokens. Nope. Okay, I can potentially pick up some cards here. Or none at all. This is actually proving quite annoying, to be honest. The failure of Nashi to hit anything has cost us quite dearly in this game. Do I Ganjo things? That'll come back, but I'll only take 2. They are now at max speed. Yeah, okay, that's not a token straight away, at least. Okay, let's do Nashi things. Pick up another Nashi and an Annex. So I could just stick a Demon to play here. I think it's probably pretty good. Let's, yep. So I'll get a 0/4, which will trigger a card. Caretaker's Talent is good. United Battlefront is really good. Okay, they've got an ossification. Okay, so they can kill both my creatures here, which is pretty unfortunate. I'll go to 3. Should have done that main phase, I suppose. So, is there anything that keeps me alive in this situation? I could unlock the Annex, then just really die to itself. Not being able to play Tibalt has been really annoying this game. So I could play this enough, pick up what? A Vanishing Verse, get rid of, I mean, not really helping anything here. Nope. Yeah, those Nashi hits were pretty abysmal. I think that's kind of what cost us. So I definitely want Extinction Event against the tokens deck. It's fussed about Annex. Yeah, I'll put in Sheltered by Ghosts as well in exchange for some of our early interaction. I think I'll run it back. Yep, this will do. Fraben Inspector can die to a fatal push. Okay. Shiko's by the dozen. Yeah, portable hole's pretty good. Let's play Valki. Then insta-snap off the trade with the Novice Inspector if they offer it. Nope. Okay. Jace doesn't really do much here. Obviously, after I've just played my Valki as well. I mean, let's play Jace.
For now, I must step out of the shadow. What am I missing?
And pass the turn. Okay, carrot cake, sure thing. Drawing lots of extra cards, which is fun, isn't it? For everyone. It's fine.
You won't ruin my plans. Let me think.
God, so much stuff just stuck in my hand. See if they take the trade here. Kind of hoping that they will. Yep. Okay, another land is good. We can do Tibalt things next turn. Okay, they've got the battlefront. I am affronted. Don't need Jace at this point in the proceedings, at least. Right, so, play Shiko. Grab Tibalt. Play it as Valki. Perilous Snare is pretty good. So they could draw lots of cards. And produce lots of mana, actually. Leg.
Do not despair. Together we will win.
So they're going to go token crazy here. Which is entirely understandable. It's what I would do if I was them.
Your reckoning has come.
You know what? I've had enough.
Yeah, I don't think we're getting out of this one anytime soon. I mean, I can... I've just got so much mana is the thing. And getting rid of all their tokens doesn't even help with that. So I could Extinction Event and kill all of their rabbits. But then what am I doing after that? Well... Can't get rid of Elspeth and also Extinction Event. But I kind of have to, otherwise I just die. So yeah, let's let them do their thing. I'll draw a card.
I welcome all allies.
I'm beginning to have serious doubts that this deck was able to 5-0, actually able to 5-0 consistently. Don't know what on earth they were playing against, but it wasn't anything like this, because this has totally ground us out of the game. Okay. So I'll play Shiko. Yeah, super dead here, unfortunately. Okay, well, we'll try one more. Oh, good lord. Well, looks like we're going to 5, despite being a 25 land deck. Ah! Fine, it's all fine, it's fine. God, I'm really not sure about any of this. Okay, so the opponent's playing Greasefang. What do I do? What don't I like here? I don't really like any of it, but let's get rid of their discard outlet. Now I think I'll hit their Annex. Or their, no, just their other discard outlet. Okay, well, having an Annex of my own is not terrible. I mean, it's super painful here. I'm going to 12 already. And it's not like they've done me any damage. Okay, it's Battle of the Annexes. Let's go looking in their hand. Okay, well, they don't have anything Greasefangable, so I'll just take Shieldred before they can play it. Okay, Edict's not terrible. God, my life total is looking decidedly dodgy. Okay, FOMO is fine. Interesting they ditched their Fatal Push. Curious. Okay, they had another one. Okay, yep. I shall push their FOMO in response. Borg turning all of these mana confluences into swamps is actually not horrific, because it's meaning that we're not losing as much life. Hardcast Shieldred. Hardcast Shieldred. Greasefang with no targets. Ah, interesting. Okay, they go to 4. I'll stick Lazov into play. And a land. Pass the turn. Well, I've got Shieldred's Edict if they try and get a Greasefang in the graveyard. Which may be what they're trying to do. Yeah, okay. They played this quite interestingly. I'm not sure it's going to work out for them, but... to pull the trigger on Edict now. Should be enough to prompt a concession. Yep. Okay. Right. How am I sideboarding against this? So I want Ashiok, obviously. Even though it has anti-graveyard hate against Greasefang goes, it's not amazing. Obviously, I don't love the hand disruption. I'll probably still want it, though, just because, like, I can get rid of their Greasefangs. So yeah, I just need to make 3 cuts, which I think is probably... Fatal Push. Which is just not a very good card against... It's not like I've got an abundance of treasures and things I can use to turn it on. This is potentially actually a pretty good hand. And I've got the Jace-Tibalt combo. Lauren third path, fine. Raider is fine at the moment. Shieldred is a problem eventually. So I might just take that now. Yeah. So I say, Lauren, I'm not hugely fussed about. Nice. Nice work, if you can get it. Well, I'm just going to have to assume they don't have Greasefang. And then hopefully be able to play Ashiok. Can't play Ashiok. Well, they've drawn pretty well for... after the Thoughtseize, Parhelion and their own Thoughtseize is pretty good. This question is, what do they fear more, my graveyard hate or my combo? And they fear my combo more. That's good news. Well, they've got their Delirium online. Don't think I'd be attacking again, to be honest, because that gives me a Nashi attack. Let's me pick up both of these. So I think the right thing to do. It's a little dangerous with my life total, but I think I need to make the mill. Okay, well that was a good 4 cards I got rid of there. They will be able to kill Ashiok straight away, but I'm kind of okay with that. Just got the Parhelion out of their graveyard. Okay, I'll attack with Nashi again. No, I'm going to leave that in the graveyard, I think. Let's hit them with a Thought Seize, see what they've got. I can always just take Lauren if they don't have anything else, and they do not. And yeah, I'll hold up Vanishing Verse, and hopefully we can draw a land and do the thing. Yep, that is A-OK with me. Vanish their FOMO. Take 2. Let me do the thing. Thank you. Now I can do the thing. So I'll attack with Nashi first. Yeah, let's pick up both of those. And we'll play Shiko. Where's he gone? There he is. Don't concede, please. Let me do my thing. No! Okay. So yeah, I think that was that match was like the high end of the deck. But yeah. 5-0, you say? I'm not convinced that that deck is a 5-0 deck. I mean, it's cute and it's fun, but anyway, let's see what we drew. Limited, good limited card, that one. Similarly with the Sieges, don't think any of those are playable in Constructed. Also with All Out Assault, yeah, we are limited bombing all over the place with this particular pack. And now this is an interesting card. So this is part of a mono blue Helix deck that I might try at some point. It's just about to cost me one less rare wildcard as well. That's a kind of infinite combo with this and Mox Amber and Helix, and turn this into a kind of infinitely big creature. So yeah, we'll probably try that at some point. So yeah, this Shiko-Valki combo. I have notes. I have many notes. This doesn't seem hugely a reliable way of doing it. Maybe you need to cast Valki on 2 more than I did and try and get into the graveyard that way. Just having Rafine as a discard outlet doesn't feel like enough, although Jace is technically 1. But then if you've got Jace, you might as well just do it the other way, because it's the better way of doing it. It's more mana efficient. It's got too many lands as well. We flooded out a lot in those games. 25 is probably one too many. Yeah, I mean, it's fun. It's, as I say, it's fun and it's cute. I don't know who the when this deck went 5-0, I don't know who they were playing against, but this is not a 5-0 deck. But it's interesting. It's good to see people brewing with the new cards. You know, you certainly can't kind of underestimate the potential of another way of cheating Valki into play, Tibalt into play rather. You know, there are always interesting ways of doing that, and it makes for a potentially very powerful interaction. But yeah, I think it was okay. Not convinced otherwise. I think it got run over by quite a few decks, which probably keeps it out of the top tier of the meta. But it was interesting and it was fun, and that's the main thing. And if you have the spare cards to kind of, and you have these cards to kind of do the thing, I mean, it's fun when it goes off. So by all means, do the thing. But in the meantime, here's the deck one more time. Deck list in the comments, as usual. Hit those like and subscribe buttons if you haven't already. Plenty more content to come with the new Tarkir cards. And let me know if there are any decks that you want to see played, or any that you've seen flying around that you think look fun. And yeah, we'll see you next time.